Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Febryan Ardiansyah from the government team as a first speaker. In this time, the motion is, this House believes that high school should not divide their program into science and social program. We know that education is very important for the community, especially formal education in schools. Generally, we take the education path for 15 years, starting from elementary school, middle school, and high school. Law number 20 of 2003 concerning national education explained that education is an effort so that humans can develop their potential through learning processes and other methods that are known and recognized by the community. The 1945 Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia, Article 31, Paragraph 1, states that every citizen has the right to education. During the COVID-19 pandemic that hit Indonesia, the government formed a new curriculum, which was called the independent curriculum. What is an independent curriculum? Independent curriculum is learning curriculum that refers to the approach to talents and interests. Here, students can choose any subject they want to study according to their talents and interests. The independent curriculum or learning curriculum was launched by the Ministry of Education and Culture, Nadiem Makarim, as an evaluation of the previous curriculum, the 2013 curriculum. This curriculum is also referred to as prototype curriculum, which is one of the government's efforts to produce the next generation of the better quality and competence in various fields. Based on that above, so I agree with this motion that high school should not divide their program into science and social program. In my opinion, this impact will be felt by high school because not only science and social program, but in high school there is a language department, which later these three programs will be chosen according to students' interests. This curriculum is an option for every school to be implemented starting from 2022. Speaking of this motion, I would like to say the reason why I agree with this motion. This curriculum has advantages such as being simpler and more in-depth because this curriculum will focus on important material and develop student competencies according to their talents and interests. Then, teachers and students are more independent because for students, there is no specialization program in high school. Students choose subjects according to their interests, talents, and aspiration, while teachers, they will teach according to the stage of achievement and development of students. Because this curriculum is optional, schools have authority to develop and manage curriculum and learning. The independent curriculum is more relevant and interactive, where learning through project activities will provide opportunities for students to actively explore actual issues, such as environment, health, and other issues, so that the competency profile of Pancasila students is more developed. So, in other words, the independent curriculum does not separate programs into science, social, and language program, but instead, they can choose two programs, like choosing science and social program, science and language program, and language and social program. In fact, in Indonesia, debate arises between students about program in high school, and there are often comparisons between the programs for science or social programs among parents and even teachers. Wouldn't it be better if there was no division of program in high school? Therefore, I once again emphasize that I agree that high school should not divide their program into science and social programs. By not dividing program, several impacts will arise. For example, if the program divide, then there will be no comparison between two programs among students. Many students compare program and even they tend to downgrade one program. Then, by not divide the program, it will decrease. In addition to that, not divide the program is good, because by not divide program, it will reduce the bad stigma about science and social. For example, like my friend who was in the social studies class, he said that the social class was better because he didn't have to think about chemistry, physics, and math, while the science children also compare lessons that are not in social class. Moreover, with not divide program will increase the sense of socialization. Moreover, with not divide program will increase the sense of socialization and kinship between students. We know that science and social students are separate programs and rarely know each other. Referring to the independent curriculum, it will have an impact on the learning system in high school, which if the program is not divided, the practical learning system will be more developed. From the elementary school to the junior high school, using theory more than practice, while practice in only certain subjects such as lesson sports, religion studies, and in the future, practice is more needed than theory. Of course, it is not only burdensome on one side, but both must be balanced so that quality of students becomes good and skilled. Next is that if an independent curriculum is applied, students may choose two programs according to their interests. The problem that often occurs is choosing the wrong program. This often arises among high school students. As for the factor behind this is parental coercion. For example, my friends, he wants to study in social program because he wants to go to college majoring in social law. But because of coercion from his parents and his families decided to study science and technology, he took science program, which made his learning activities less than optimal because it was not in accordance with his interests. Most students who also in social program doesn't not like the calculation. So if the program is not divided, student will be more optimal in learning. Well, finally, in conclusion, we can say that I agree with this motion that schools should not divide program into science and social because a new curriculum has been published which in evolution of the previous curriculum during the COVID-19 period. And the advantage of this curriculum is that does not divide program but instead studies the two programs. By doing this, there are many impacts that will be felt by students and teachers. There is no comparison between students with different programs. Then, there is no specialization and students doesn't worry about choosing the wrong program. So, by not dividing program, it will make education in Indonesia more developed and produce students who have skills for their future and nation. And then, quotes of the day is, education is not just going to school and getting a degree, but also expanding knowledge and forming a good personality. Well, that's my argument. Thank you.